You know, I realize I'm a crier. I cry a lot. And if you're new here, I'm Janelle. This is my shit fucking dear fucking diary. You type shit, you know. Um, and hopefully as I'm navigating this space, if something can help you, more power to you. If not, enjoy the fucking ride, you know. Um, I keep coming across things and it's just like when it says, when you encounter like women who have been through a lot and still choose to care about others, that shit, every time it's I tear up. It triggers me. And it's almost like a flashback of everything. Like a reel of everything. Very hurt. And not necessarily, I wouldn't say real, but it's like an echo of it coming through like a wave. And it's not sitting in it, but it's just understanding. It's just like, I'm a person that always want to understand why. And that why kind of sit there. Oh, excuse me, my braids stuck in my ear. And that why, you feel me? It sit there and I always be wondering. I be like, I be trying to navigate life. I try not to do harm to others, you feel me? Life be too short. Life be too short. You got some people who've never heard that. Yo, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And they out here doing amazing things and they've never heard, I'm proud of you. Yeah. I know the world isn't perfect and it shouldn't be. I give you like Stepford Wives or like Pleasantville, crazy. You feel me? But yeah, like people be going through real shit, experiencing and navigating life, the insecurities, the fluctuation of that, you feel me? Imagine being this hot, badass motherfucker back in the day, like bad, you feel me? And you sacrificed all of that to be an amazing person to little ones. And you feel me? Sometimes that I seen my like, if y'all look at some of my pictures, you'd be like, oh, Janelle, you was going through it sometime. Yeah, baby, I put some weight. I put a lot of shit on. It's a lot of, you feel me? I went through phases. And so, imagine the insecurities that some people are battling as life is changing because we don't prioritize aging. In a way, I won't say prioritize, but we don't look at it as the gift that it is. And I say this as I am in the space of, you feel me, my little brother passed 4 years ago today. Around 3 a.m. Yeah. And he was 26. And so at 38, it is a blessing to be here. It's a blessing to be here. You feel me, my brother, 42. It is a blessing to see ages. I'll be excited about my little gray hairs, and my mother told me, because you excited about them, you ain't really gonna get them joints. I'll be really excited. I'll be really excited because I feel like not only do the wisdom that you get from experience in life and being able to get back that level of wisdom so that other people don't run into some of the hardships that you did. You feel me? They still gonna get some bumps and bruises along the way because there are gonna be things that you don't encounter because your world does not exist for them anymore. Like, your world existed during the time frame in which you experienced it, but their world is new to you. Even though there are things that there are patterns and there are trends and there are experiences that will be similar, their world is different. For example, when we were growing up, we didn't have social media. You feel me? We didn't have to deal with that shit. We didn't have to navigate that space for real. We didn't really get that shit till like Facebook came out in what, 05, 04, 05? Like, you was getting invited. You was getting invited. Like, we MySpace top 5, top 8. And you feel me? That was beef because you blew your top 8 around. You feel me? You go to school the next day, you was gonna hear about it. But anyway, that wouldn't have been, you feel me? So before that, like, going and knocking on somebody's door for real to be like, hey, can such and such come outside? Nah, you can call them and ask that shit. You can call them directly. You can text them, hey, we about to be outside. Now you had to go knock on the door. You had to go knock on the door. And my dad, you feel me? All my friends, especially my male friends, all of them be like, Janelle, your dad look like I've gotten RoboCop, Suge Knight, Terminator, like all kind of stuff. Like my dad, he real live. If anybody, I'm gonna see if I can post a picture of my when I graduated high school. And yeah, my dad, he looked like a dark skinned Suge Knight. And he's 6'4", so and he was bigger, like, you feel me? Like he's still bigger. He's still a bigger dude. He looked like Suge Knight, and he hilarious as a motherfucker. One of the, like, literally one of the absolute most genuine people you will meet in your life. If somebody was like, I don't like your father, I don't, or they was like, yeah, I don't like that man, I would think something is wrong with you, because I would think something is wrong with you. And if you know my dad, you know, I would genuinely think something is wrong with you. I would be like, yo, there's no way. That's like my litmus test for people. If they be like, I can't rock with your dad, I'd be like, okay, peace. Because he's one of the coolest people you'll ever meet in your life. Funny as a motherfucker. Like, when I say I get around my father and laugh endlessly, like, he just be existing and he is funny. Like, we went to go, and I'm sorry I'm going off on a tangent, but we went to go look at cars the other day because he, you know, and I couldn't get it together because he was saying stuff and I was like, what? But yeah, coolest dude I know. But when I say people had to come to the door and he would answer, you had to put your courage on display to be like, yo, can Janelle come out? Real life, like, people got horror stories fucking like that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell one. I actually got two. I call myself, you feel me? I think I was 21, and I called myself, at this time, you feel me? My parents are separated. My mom, she got her own place. My dad, he's really primarily staying with his girlfriend, now wife, you feel me? So I'm just like, okay, cool, no problem. I throw a house party, bruh. This shit here, you feel me? I throw a whole house party. Niggas is in there making jello shots. We got the lights low. We got the music playing, all kind of stuff. They in rotation outside. I mean, vibing, you feel me? Somebody asked me, and I need y'all to know this how my karma works as well. My karma is this fast. Somebody asked me verbatim, hey Janelle, where your dad at? I was like, oh, he with his girlfriend. He not about to be home tonight. Like, it's cool. Like, you know, keep it going, right? I promise y'all, not even 2 fucking minutes later, I hear his vehicle, because that shit is loud. I hear that shit on the main fucking road So if I hear it on the main road, I got about 45 seconds to get everybody to fuck out the house. And when I say, and for the most part, everybody's outside, they in rotation. I'm sitting in my car. I don't smoke. I just be there for the vibes, you feel me? And when I say they hear him, he on the street now, and I tell everybody, yo, get out my car, come out the house. Everybody running my house. My father, because mind you, I've been drinking at this point. I'm lit. I mean, litty. My father putting everybody out. He walking through. You out, you out, you out, you out, you out. My one of my like really good friends, he is sitting on the wall, like on a door, right? And he like this. And my father was like, you stay. And then this other girl that I was hanging out with at the time, he's like, you stay. And she was like, Janelle, I never felt, more excited to be a part of the girl in my life. And apparently I was so lit, I don't even remember his best friend also being there and putting people the fuck out. I don't remember that. I just remember him walking through. I was mortified, dog. Mortified. Comedy, though. And then, and mind you, my dad is one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. But when he like on his shit, like when he, dog, that is terrifying. Terrifying, but in a way like, it's terrifying but hilarious at the same time. Like I give you another story. I got stories for days about this man. I got into a car accident years ago. And this guy speeding ended up hitting the back of my car, pushed my trunk into my backseat essentially into the front, and I was in such shock. I let that motherfucker roll down the hill in my ass. I was going to get cheap gas because all the other gas was high, and I was going on Indian Head to that lowest price to go get that. I think it was $1.99. Because I think at the time, gas was like $2.30, $2.40. And I was like, I'm going to go get this gas over here. Man, that motherfucker hit me, pushed me. And I was so in such shock. It took my friend pulling at the emergency brake for, you feel me, it's a register. And then we was like, boo, you feel me. So we walk up the street. I call my parents. And ironically, my grandparents are also in town. So it's a lot of emotions, right? Call my parents, they come, my mother and my dad come, right? So before my parents get there, they're arguing with me and my old friend. Like, they're arguing with us, like, going for it, yelling at us. It's a group of them, like, it's like 5 of them yelling at us, My mother, gets out first and comes over there. They still arguing with us. When I tell you, my father, he went to go look at the car first. Mind you, I had that motherfucker 30 fucking days. Not even. I just got it. Like, I just got that motherfucker. But anyway, he come up the street. Mind you, I gave you the description. That man looks like Suge fucking Knight. He is 6'4", a bald black man. I mean, he chocolate. You feel me? Not like chocolate. Like he like dark chocolate. Like he a cross between milk chocolate and dark chocolate. Bald man. 6'4", Suge Knight. About, you feel me? Big dude. I don't know who bought this outfit for him, but he had on a blue, like a navy blue and bright ass bumblebee yellow ass fucking tracksuit. Like, I see, and he walking up the street. Who the fuck hit you? Who the fuck hit you? It's the situation wasn't funny. He was funny. And in my soul, could not get it together. I'm trying my hardest not to laugh because he's so serious in this outfit. So sorry. And it's like one of them joints you get from Foreman Mills. Like, I promise you it was one of the joints you get from Foreman Mills. And it was just like, you ain't have nothing else that you could put on. Cause he just looked so crazy coming up the street, and I was just like, Daddy, come on, come on. Oh my goodness, I tried my hardest not to laugh. When I say tears coming down my face, to this day, I could not, because he really, it was the outfit. Oh my goodness. But yeah, them arguing with us, as soon as my dad got up there, they shut the fuck up. Dude shrunk it. I've never seen somebody shrink into themselves, like, shrunk into himself. My father was pissed. He was like, what the fuck? You feel me? And yeah, that is like, but anyway, still, I'm still looking at him like, nigga, this nigga got on that goddamn blue and yellow, like, and mind you, when I say it rolled down the street, so if y'all know where that joint is, where like the speeding camera is, almost down by the light, we were up by where the actual new, like, the light is on your head, like at the top, like when you come off the exit, like, so it's a good ways down, and he power walked that motherfucker. I can't. I mean, he was stiff as shit. I can't. Ooh, child, I can't. But yes, so that is what I grew up with. You feel me? And so, you know, it's really, you know, getting into navigating with, you know, that life is different. You feel me? And I, you know, I had to circle it back because I was going on a tangent about my dad for the rest of this whole video. But life is so different, and it's a blessing to be able to get to these ages. Like, it really is. Like, you get to these spaces and you're just like, yeah, I made it. Like, I made it. And I feel like when my little brother passed, I was like, yo, I gotta keep seeing more for you. I gotta keep seeing more for you so you can see out of my eyes what life looked like. So you can see the experiences that I have. I gotta keep doing this for you. I gotta keep going. Cause you know, for a while I felt bad. Like, I felt bad getting to these heights, getting to these ages. And then, you know, seeing people that it be like, we do so much not to enjoy the aspect of aging. Like, yeah, you know, it comes with some hardship, but nigga, that shit beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see your legacy. Like, I see how my grandmother be looking when she, you know, not grandma, granted, she still be driving around and shit, and I'm terrified, but she still be driving around. And being able to get to and be able to see your great-grands and to interact with your great-grands and to be able to, you know, they come over, they act like they never ate a meal a day in their life. And she be like, oh, baby, I'm going to just make, you know, some quick pancakes. She make these big-ass pancakes for them. They so spoiled. Like, seeing her interact, mind you, everybody thought, you know, we were done with the kids. And then here comes my little. And seeing her interact with my baby is hilarious. So it's like reliving aspects of joy and being able to have conversations and listening to the stories about life during time frames that you have never experienced, that you will never experience, that you never, like, my grandmother, she was like, yeah, you know, they used to call me something they called her because she was dancing on the bar they put her on the bar, she had her red shoes and she do the little thing, and I said, oh, you was a hot girl. You feel me? And mind you, my grandmother ain't nothing but 5 feet. Like, all the ladies on my mama's side, they all little. And when I say she a little lady, so when she do that, I be like, oh, you was up there, boo, you was doing it, yes. And so to see that, like, to me, my grandmother is beautiful. Both of my grandmothers, gorgeous. My grandfather is amazing, you feel me? You know, for the time that I had him. My other grandfather, for the time that I had him, even though he passed when I was 6, my other grandfather passed when I was 18. I remember being in class, getting that call, and leaving and driving to go see my grandmother, and being like, and just heading up the road, just walking out, just like, all right, yeah, I'll catch y'all niggas later. And just driving and going to go see her, just to put eyes on her. But it's that ability to just enjoy the time that has been gifted to you, because that's a gift. It's a gift to be able to experience, to be able to love, to be able to lose, to be able to understand the value. You feel me? It feels sad, like immense grief. You feel me? When my brothers passed, immense grief. And even though my brother, my little brother, is my brother-in-law, but he's mine. You feel me? But mine. But it lets you know that to love freely, is to understand that as you love freely, it is the understanding that not everybody is going to be able to understand that love. And the times that you're able to interact and share with people, you have to understand that there is a definitive end date. There's a definitive last day. Regardless of your intentions, unfortunately, nothing lasts forever. It is why life is beautiful, because nothing lasts forever. And regardless of how much you want to believe that things do, at some point, it too must die. And so you have to, you enjoy the aspects of the time that you had with a said thing, with a concept, with a person. You enjoy it, understanding that at some point, you too will have to say goodbye. But we operate as if everything is infinite, if life is infinite, because as you know, energy don't die. But there is a period of unknown in all aspects of life. There's a period of unknown in all aspects of life, and that looks like death. We can process it in certain aspects, right? So for example, when you look at the life cycle of the butterfly, you see the eggs, the larvae, and it goes through its caterpillar phase, you feel me? And then from the caterpillar, it transitions to the chrysalis. And in the chrysalis, you feel me? We look at it as like a 2-week process, you feel me? If you've ever done an experiment where you do little caterpillars, you watch the life cycle, and then they turn into butterflies. It's beautiful. You get to see them emerge out of the chrysalis, right? But in reality, we're assuming that because we can process it in totality, we're assuming that they are processing it as if in one lifeline. That could be a whole new being. And this is just theoretical. This is just philosophical me. But I say that to say, we never know what life looks like or anything after a certain point. And if you're religious, that's different for you. But even still, it is your faith that moves you through that process. Even with that, there is a transformation that takes place that is predicated on a literal death. And because it is predicated on a literal death, which is a literal unknown, a concept of true unknown, you do not know what is beyond this point. You do not 100% and definitively understand what is beyond this point. It is the thing that gives life beauty. It is a thing that allows you to not take things for granted, or at least not supposed to take things for granted. But because we experience life very interestingly as it relates to time, right? Because we experience time, we experience the future while experiencing the past. and the present simultaneously. Because I can dream of the future. I can dream of the reality and create the blueprint of how I want to navigate there, right? I can see myself and visualize myself there. So if I can visualize myself there, then to some extent it exists because I can create the blueprint to map out to get there. Because that's how people achieve their dreams, right? Okay. But I can also at the same time simultaneously recall my life and my past at the same time while existing in the present. And oftentimes we interchangeably flow through this state. This is why you have worry because of the things that you have experienced. So you, or grief of the things that you have experienced, while simultaneously having worried of the things that have yet to come. Because we are always looking forward. We're always looking for tomorrow. Oh, we're going to have so much fun at the park tomorrow, but we're having fun today. We plan out our time and everything else like that, and definitely to be prepared, you feel me, for things to come. But let's be honest, not everybody wakes up in the morning. And so because not everybody wakes up in the morning, we have to look at the fact that the time we have with people is finite. The time we have with ourselves is finite. And so living, enjoying the getting to the spaces and the ages and being able to wake up and do it again, that's a blessing. That's a gift. That's a miracle. Being able to wake up tomorrow and try again is a miracle. It really is. Because you know that not everybody got that opportunity. Not everybody got that opportunity. And not to compare, but it gives you perspective that, damn, this is in the realm of possibility. So what am I going to do with the time that I have today? And even understanding that your next moment is not promised. Because it's not. And that's reality. It's reality. And so taking the time to make the most of it. And what are you going to do with that? You feel me? Are you going to spend your time working forever? Are you going to spend your time loving on the people around you? Are you going to spend your time creating wealth where true wealth matters? Because it's been said, it's a quote that's been said so often. I recently heard it again. I was in one of the young ladies that I follow on Instagram. I cannot think of her name right now. Gorgeous young lady, but does tarot. And and said some people are so poor all they have is money. And a lot of people don't get that. But we're not going to dive into that right now. Are you going to build a life that is wealthy, enriched with experiences, enriched with the opportunities that you took instead of the regrets from the opportunities that you didn't? Fear is something that prevents us from living to the fullest extent. And that's why one of my favorite shows, Courage the Cowardly Dog, right? And if you ever watch that show, that man was terrified of everything. But he was the best example of, you do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Because it's like the things I do for love, you know? He did it anyway. Because it's not to say that you're not going to be afraid. People assume just because you do something or you're good at something or you keep doing something that you're not afraid. I guarantee you, if you ask people, how do you feel when you go up on stage, or how do you feel when you take that first hike of that game, of that game? Like, how do you feel if you get out there for the first swing, for that first pitch of that game? Like, how do you feel? They're going to tell you that they still get the butterflies. Because even though I've done this a million times, dog, I still feel it. Especially when you're on the biggest stage. The pressure. You still feel it. You still feel it. You're going to feel it every time. But you keep doing it. You do the thing, even you do it scared. You live your life. I think one of the wildest experiences but it was the best. It was one of the most freeing. 17. They had the little bungee jump thing, you know, the mini bungee jump thing at Six Flags. And me and my friends went. And I had to pull the cord. And the guy said, he was like, you gotta make certain you're on sync with me, because I didn't want shit to fuck up. So as soon as he got to 3, I pulled that motherfucker. I didn't even say nothing. I was so focused on making certain, because I was like, I don't want us to die. But when they said the hardest part is letting go, the hardest part is letting go. The hardest part is absolutely letting go. And it's letting go of the what ifs. Letting go of the, well, what goes wrong? Or what if it doesn't go right? Or I'm scared. Or I don't know what's going to happen. Or I'm not certain how I'm going to be received. Or I don't know how I'm going to look. Or I don't know how this is going to come out. Or I don't know how this is going to be used. I don't know if this is what I want. We'll try anyway. Try. Because you can always do something else, because nothing is final until you're dead. And I got that shit off of, I watched this movie, Ever After, years ago, The Baroness. Something was going on, and she said, well, whatever. Well, nothing is final until you're dead, and even then, God negotiates. I had to be, I don't know, I think that came out in 99, so I was fucking 11 when that shit came out. That shit has stuck with me since then, and I live like that. I live like nothing is final. Like, keep going, keep trying. If plan A doesn't work, baby, you got a lot of other letters, and then numbers and shit like that, and if you want to add some symbols in there too, go on. And you can pivot. We just have not been reared to understand pivoting. We have not been reared to know that you can try something else. Because you know why? They ask you so early, what do you want to be when you grow up? They ask you that at 5, 6, and 7. You are in the 1% of your life. you get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't did shit yet. You haven't experienced enough life to know anything. You barely even know how to wipe your ass correctly. They ask you what the fuck you want to be for the rest of your life. Really think about that shit. You ain't, you don't even know jack from shit. And they asking you, well, what do you want to do for the next 60, 70 years of your life? Make that decision today. And we keep going towards those things, not knowing. We can pivot. Absolutely. You can be a doctor and then decide, you know what, I don't want to be a doctor no more. Let me go be a judge. Hey, if you're willing to put the work in and the dedication, go do that shit. Hey, you said, you know what, I want to be a professional dancer. Go do that shit. I want to be a gamer. Hey, live your best life. Understand what it takes. Go do that shit. And you really don't even have to be good. You could be bad as a motherfucker, but entertaining. Because I know I'm in between. It's either a good or a bad day. There is no in between, baby. I mean, I'm either wiping shit or getting wiped. There is no in between. There is none. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm either really good or really bad. And I own it. It is what it is. But yeah, baby, you can do anything. If you put your fucking mind to it, you can do that shit. Map that shit the fuck out. Change directions. Because who gonna check you? You got to walk around with the attitude of, who gonna check me? Okay, I want to do this thing today. Who gonna check me? As long as you're not harming nobody, like what you want to do is not causing harm to people, who gonna check you? And of course, there are going to be people that do not see the vision. There are going to be people that do not understand. Don't get me wrong. You're going to encounter them. And you got to say, fuck you. I'm going to do it anyway. And if I fail, I fail. But you have to rewrite your relationship with fucking failure. Rewrite that shit. That's how age gives you experience. Rewrite your relationship with failure, because failure is just telling you, all right, this just didn't work. You feel me? This is just what I need to do next. Or, hey, I walked through this way this, this didn't work, but I can see where I can make some adjustments. Or maybe this is letting me know I don't really like this thing. But how the fuck are you gonna know what you don't like, what you do like, if you don't go and try? You don't experience it. You don't travel. You don't get out your space. You don't do. Go do the thing. Do what the fuck you wanna do. Go be free. Who gonna check you? That's what I'm saying. And I'm gonna tie this into some shit, right? Life, and this is why a lot of people don't realize when people get older, they don't give a shit. Because they got to the point now where they understand that life is too short to care about other people's opinions, because other people are not going to wipe your ass when you are in the hospital sick. They're not going to come wipe your ass. Other people are not going to pay your bills when you have a need for your bills to be paid. They're not going to sit there and do that just off the hooks. Other people are not going to be there front row when you are burying the closest people in your life. They're not. I'm sorry. Most people are not going to fucking be there. And you got to be okay with that. And then understanding that as you're navigating that space, it helps you to understand, like, I just want to be happy. Like, one of the best gifts you can give yourself is to be so intrinsically happy, and not like delusionally like, oh, only happiness exists because you got to take your rain with your sunshine. But intentionally happy. Like, you can have bad moments, but a great fucking day. Like, the goal is to transmute that shit. Change that shit. Like, you got one life to live. You got one life to live. And it is beautiful out here. It is beautiful out here. It is beautiful out here. Like, yes, bad shit happens everywhere. Bad shit happens everywhere. But is that gonna let you stop from living life? Dog, you can literally be in the best, at the best place, having the best time, living your best motherfucking life, and still motherfucking kick the bucket. So why be scared? Why be scared to take chances? Life is still gonna come for you when it come for you. It's still gonna, you feel me? Because time waits for no one. One thing that is actively clear, regardless of how prepared you are for something, life is still going to keep going. Whether you're present and accounted for, life is going to keep going. So do that shit. Live your best life. You ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. And then people put in their think pieces about how people are presenting themselves in the world, when in reality most people are experiencing active levels of depression. You can see it. That's why so many people are on edge. Most people are experiencing a level of depression. And we out here criticizing because you got a bonnet. I don't give a fuck. Baby, I wear my bonnet too. Shit, I walk around with a motherfucking scarf on and some more shit. Especially because, sometimes, depending on where I'm at, it get a little dicey with how people, their energies and stuff. But once you kind of know how to navigate that shit, it get a little bit better, but still get a little dicey. That's why you don't let nobody touch your head. Don't let nobody touch your head. You don't know their intentions. You really don't even want people touching you. But I digress. Wear your pajamas. Be comfortable. We can get into the discussion about professionalism. We can get into the discussion about what it means to be presentable and how that's rooted in European-centric cultures and ideology. We can get into that. We can get into the, you got to do all this. For what? For you to view me as something worthy of having a discussion about? And people will say, well, if you take a level of care to yourself. No, that doesn't denote that I take a level of care to myself. That just says that I can paint a pretty picture. I can make myself look amazing. That doesn't mean that I've done the work internally to actually be amazing. Just means that the outward, the cover look cute, look nicely put the fuck together. Whole time I can be bad shit fucking, you feel me? I can be a whole mess on the inside. But y'all don't understand that. I'm not saying y'all don't understand. Let me not say that. That is a thing that is challenging in society. In society, it's challenging. Because we've gotten so comfortable with the pretty picture as opposed to, hey, who are you for real? What's your character? Now, we talking about like same with skill sets. You feel me? What skill sets do you have? Can you get the job done? Can you get the job done? You get what I'm saying? Okay. But yeah, life gives you the ability to experience and get to a point to where you understand that a lot of this you don't need to be happy. That growing and aging and being able to see your environments change and being able to see it grow and being able to see your children grow, your family grow, your life grow, to being able to see the people around you and how they grow and how they develop and the things that they pour their essence and passions into, and being able to see their expressions of life, baby, that shit is beautiful. That shit is beautiful. It's amazing being able to experience someone's craft, what they pour they pour themselves into, being able to experience it, being able to know like, oh, you worked at this at nauseam, like you really did this, and feeling it with no ulterior motive outside of I really just want to enjoy who you are as a person. That is one of the truest expressions, or at least considerations, of love for me, is I want to be able to understand you by being able to experience who you are based on what you do. Based on what you do, and I believe in it. Being able to give you the opportunity to be able to showcase that. You feel me? Age gives you that. Age gives you the ability to sit there and enjoy sunset. Gives you the ability, like, I don't necessarily want to party all the time, but, I don't knock nobody a party because I love to dance. And I love to dance. I like live music specifically. I love live music. I mean, that's a different type of experience, baby. But being present, not taking all the pictures, just existing and being there in the moment, that's a different type of, it creates a different type of frequency within you. So yeah, stop, look around for a while, look at the birds, look at the trees, look at the sky, take time, look at the moon, fall in love with it, really love it, because life loves you, tells you every day. The wind loves you when it blows by you, when it whistles through your hair. Sometimes it's cold, you feel me? If you look at the trees, especially in the winter, when you see how interconnected and how intricate the design of the branch work is, and how it's had to grow so individually and uniquely so that it can create its own space to be able to develop its own leaves, and you look at the trunks and you see kind of the wear and tear on it and how it's had to grow. Because if you see a trunk where it's like got the little J shape, that the foundation was a little shaky, but then you see, oh, okay, you grew past that phase and it got better for you. When you get to really process life, you look at the fishes in the water, you look at the little fish like, oh, okay. And you sit and you just enjoy. You listen to the sounds. You feel the stillness. You feel how animals move and navigate around you. You feel how life navigates around you. You sit and you enjoy, listen to the laughter, listen to life. It's calming, it's peaceful, it's harmonizing. It'll recalibrate your life. That comes with experience, that comes with knowing life and the value of things. Because when you can value the world around you, you begin to value the time you have with people. You begin to really experience them, experience the moments, understanding that let me be present in this moment because I might never get this again. It'll change your world. So, yeah. It's been a long, you feel me? I've given y'all, I think I might have given you another video. I might have given you 2 videos today. But that kind of was on my mind. I be rambling. I don't know I don't even remember where we started, how we got to this point, but it felt good. It felt good. So if you rocked out this long with me, oh, I truly appreciate it. And until next time.